In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NFL games happening on December 23, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cincinnati Bengals versus Pittsburgh Steelers. The forthcoming Christmas weekend in the NFL promises an engaging Saturday afternoon clash between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Notably, the American Football Conference North stands as the sole division without a team boasting a losing record. The Bengals currently occupy a wild card spot as the 6th seed, while the Steelers, positioned at 10th in the standings, remain in contention. Although the Bengals secured a recent home victory against the Minnesota Vikings in overtime, winning 27-24 but failing to cover as 3.5-point favorites, the Steelers faced a resounding defeat in Indianapolis, succumbing to a 30-13 loss against the Colts as 1.5-point underdogs. In a previous encounter this season, the Steelers emerged victorious with a 16-10 road win. Anticipated to start for the Steelers in this crucial matchup is Mason Rudolph as the team seeks a turnaround. In their previous game against the Indianapolis Colts, Mitch Trubisky started but failed to deliver, resulting in a 30-13 loss. The offense managed only 13 points, while the defense conceded 30, culminating in defeat. The Steelers' season average includes scoring 16 points, with the defense allowing 20 points per game. While the defense remains solid, concerns arise about the overall performance of the offense. Minkah Fitzpatrick's availability is uncertain due to a knee injury. Despite trailing by 14 points in the second half against the Minnesota Vikings, the Bengals orchestrated a comeback to secure a 27-24 victory. Jake Browning, completing 29 of 42 passes for 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, played a pivotal role in the triumph. However, the absence of Ja'Marr Chase, ruled out due to an AC joint sprain, poses a challenge for the Bengals. The team averages 22 points, with the defense allowing 22 points per game. With the offense ranked 14th in the league, the Bengals face the task of boosting their scoring output. Mike Tomlin, the Steelers' head coach with 17 years of experience, stands among the greats, boasting 170 wins and never experiencing a losing season. With the Steelers positioned at 7-7 and 3 spots outside the American Football Conference playoff picture, Tomlin faces a challenging schedule, including matchups against Cincinnati at home, Seattle in Week 17, and Baltimore in the season finale. Despite Pittsburgh's offensive struggles throughout the season, Tomlin aims to rally his team for a playoff push. In contrast, the Bengals enter the game with momentum, winning 3 consecutive games with Jake Browning as their quarterback. Browning's impressive performance in the previous week showcased his ability to lead the offense under pressure. However, the Steelers present a formidable challenge, especially with their strong defense. The matchup features backup quarterbacks, and while Browning has performed well, he lacks a significant advantage over Rudolph. Tomlin's team, motivated by the pursuit of a playoff spot, is expected to bring maximum effort in this nationally televised game. Despite the opposing trajectories of the 2 teams, oddsmakers surprisingly designate the Bengals as only slim 2-point favorites. The absence of Ja'Marr Chase, downgraded to doubtful, contributes to this narrow margin. The game is deemed a Mike Tomlin special, considering his success as a home, divisional underdog. The Steelers, despite losing 3 straight games, are looking good here, so the Pittsburgh Steelers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The weather in Pittsburgh adds an additional layer of complexity to the anticipated American Football Conference North battle. With cold temperatures, possible showers, and decreasing temperatures around freezing, the conditions favor a gritty and defensive-oriented contest. The Steelers, despite their recent struggles, gain support from sharps and oddsmakers, suggesting a closely contested game. If Pittsburgh manages to keep the game close, as expected, a defensive battle becomes the primary focus. Jake Browning's performance, particularly on the road, may be a determining factor against the formidable Steelers' defense. The historical context of the first encounter between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh in the season reveals a low-scoring affair, with only 26 combined points. Despite the Steelers' most prolific dramatic offensive showing in terms of yards in that game. The Bengals' veteran defense seeks revenge. Mason Rudolph's return as the starting quarterback after 2 seasons as a backup introduces an element of uncertainty. The line, starting at 39.5, has decreased to 36.5 at some books, reflecting expectations of a defensive battle. The under has historically prevailed in matchups between these two teams in Pittsburgh, further supporting the notion of a low-scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Buffalo Bills versus Los Angeles Chargers. On the upcoming Saturday night, the Buffalo Bills are set to face off against the Los Angeles Chargers at SoFi Stadium in what promises to be an engaging road matchup. In their recent outing, the Bills, with a current record of 8-6, demonstrated their prowess by defeating the Dallas Cowboys convincingly. On the flip side, the Chargers suffered a substantial setback, experiencing an embarrassing 63-21 defeat at the hands of the Las Vegas Raiders. The Buffalo Bills have had a roller coaster season, currently standing at 8-6 after a resounding victory against the Dallas Cowboys, where they triumphed with a scoreline of 31-10, dominating the first half with a 21-3 lead. They further extended their advantage to 31-3 in the fourth quarter. Statistical superiority was evident as the Bills outgained the Cowboys 351-195 and achieved a 5-9 conversion rate on third downs. Prior to their triumph over Dallas, the Bills secured a 20-17 win against Kansas City but faced a setback against the Eagles in overtime. Offensively, the Bills are averaging 27 points per game, with 244.6 passing yards and 132.3 rushing yards. Quarterback Josh Allen has contributed 3,541 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. On the defensive front, the Bills are allowing an average of 18 points per game this season. In contrast, the Los Angeles Chargers, currently holding a 5-9 record, faced a crushing 63-21 defeat against the Las Vegas Raiders in their recent encounter. Trailing 42-0 at halftime, they managed to salvage some pride by scoring 21 points in the second half. Despite being outgained 378-326 and committing 5 turnovers, the Chargers have displayed a mixed performance throughout the season, with wins against the Patriots but losses to teams like Denver, Baltimore, Green Bay, and Detroit. Their offensive statistics include an average of 22 points per game, 238 passing yards, and 95.7 rushing yards. Quarterback Easton Stick, filling in for the injured Justin Herbert, has contributed 436 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Defensively, the Chargers are conceding an average of 25 points per game. The upcoming matchup loses some of its intrigue with the absence of Justin Herbert due to injury, as Easton Stick steps into the spotlight for his second career start. The Chargers' offense, heavily reliant on Herbert, faces additional challenges with key players like Mike Williams and Keenan Allen sidelined due to injuries. Austin Eckler's performance has also been subpar, adding to the team's concerns. The recent string of losses, including a 63-21 defeat, has raised questions about the Chargers' overall competitiveness. On the other hand, the Buffalo Bills, coming off a convincing 21-point win against the Cowboys, are showcasing a potent offensive force. Their recent successes, coupled with the Chargers' defensive vulnerabilities, position the Bills as strong contenders in this matchup. Despite the firing of Brandon Staley, the Chargers' issues extend beyond coaching, encompassing defensive weaknesses and uncertainties surrounding Easton Stick's capabilities. As an NFL quarterback, the Bills enter the game with a 2-game winning streak and victories in 3 of their last 4 outings. Their offensive prowess is evident, with a balanced approach resulting in at least 30 points scored in 3 of their recent games. Ranked in the top 10 for both passing and rushing, the Bills are poised to exploit the Chargers' weaknesses, particularly their struggles in defending the run and their subpar pass defense. The Chargers, on the other hand, are on a 2-game losing streak and have faced setbacks in 3 consecutive home games. Their offensive struggles, inability to surpass 20 points in 4 of the last 5 games, and a less effective passing game with Easton Stick at the helm indicate a challenging task against the Bills. Buffalo's strong defensive performance against the run and ability to limit opponents to under 200 passing yards per game suggest a formidable challenge for the Chargers' offense. With a solid ability to pressure quarterbacks and force turnovers, the Bills are well equipped to keep the Chargers' offense in check. In their recent clash with the Raiders, the Chargers endured a dismal performance, with Easton Stick making his first start. Although Stick posted respectable numbers, a significant portion of his stats came during garbage time in the second half. Contrastingly, the Bills had a historic rushing day against the Cowboys, recording 20 first downs rushing, tied for the second most in team history. The defense performed admirably, indicating a strong capability to contain stick. The Chargers' overall defensive struggles, allowing 397 yards per game, further underscore the challenges they face. While the dismissal of Brandon Staley might inject some energy, the uncertainties surrounding Stick's capabilities as a quarterback remain a significant hurdle. As Buffalo enters the game following impressive wins against Dallas and Kansas City, the Bills are poised for success. Despite a 2-4 road record, the Chargers' recent turmoil, including a 63-21 loss and coaching changes, makes them an unsteady opponent. With 5 losses in their last 6 games, the Chargers seem unlikely to reverse their fortunes in this matchup. While typically cautious about buying high and selling low, the Chargers' recent 63-21 loss doesn't instill confidence in their ability to compete. Although the upcoming game may not reach the lopsidedness of the Raiders matchup, a close contest doesn't seem probable either. The Chargers' season appears to be spiraling downward with injuries and coaching changes, leading to a loss of faith in their ability to rebound. The Bills, actively pursuing a playoff spot and re-emerging as contenders in the American Football Conference East, are favorably positioned. Thus, the Buffalo Bills to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In a standout performance against the Cowboys, James Cook had a career-best day, amassing 179 yards rushing and 221 yards from scrimmage. Following a 20-17 victory against Kansas City, the Bills are focused on securing their 5th consecutive playoff berth and remaining in contention for a 4th consecutive American Football Conference East title. While this game could be considered a letdown spot, the Bills are expected to maintain their aggressive approach, potentially exploiting a vulnerable Chargers team. The possibility of the Chargers accumulating points in garbage time, as seen in their game against Vegas, adds to the narrative. The Bills lead the NFL in third down percentage, and the resurgence of James Cook alleviates some pressure on quarterback Josh Allen. Despite averaging 27 points per game and 25 points per game on the road, the Bills may face a challenge against a Chargers team that concedes an average of 24 points per game at home. Conversely, the Chargers, with an average of 22 points per game and 23 points per game at home, may find it difficult to reach their average against a Bills team allowing 22 points per game on the road. Previous matchups between the Bills and Chargers have seen them exceed the total, indicating a potential high-scoring affair. Given Buffalo's defensive vulnerabilities on the road, the Chargers could contribute enough points to push the game over the projected total. Therefore, our full game total pick is over the projected total. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.